Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
This is my place, okay? I have in here who the fuck I want.
Honeycomb steak, yeah. It's not small, no.
Kiss my entire...
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome.
This is a man's world.
Ow! Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
The doctor is in, Tanner.
The doctor is in.
Yeah, good to see you, Joe. Tanner, how in the hell are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Knock on wood. Had kind of a rough week, but you know, being old is not for the weak. We'll just put it that way.
So true. So true.
Aging is not for the weak. The laundry list of shit that keeps going wrong, and the medication I take for it just keeps getting longer. And my mornings of becoming human take longer. And they last for a shorter period of time. I was chatting with an old friend last night, and we were talking about that very thing. Hey, Stephen B., good to see you, my friend. We'll throw it open here later, and you come right on in.
Yeah.
Good to see you here. Glad you're not at work today. But I know Stephen B., that means he's hard at work on his book.
He's working on comics.
He may be the hardest working man in comics as far as I know. Max likes to think that he is, but he just, he's just a writer. It's not like he doesn't work.
I got up at 4 o'clock this morning to write.
And he's currently doing cuneiform writing on clay tablets as he sits on the floor.
Yep.
So welcome, Max. Good to have you. And then we got the Pops hanging out with us.
Not today. Today.
No, we're going to be good boys today, huh, Doc? No, put him back up there.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You told me I was pushing the buttons. You leave me alone to push the button. We always think and do the same thing at the same time anyway. Trust in the fact that I'll get it right.
Well, I never trust anyone to get it right. That's why I'm still alive.
Yeah, well, we look like boomers when we both hit the button at the same time.
We are boomers. If we didn't screw up, it wouldn't be a show.
Speaking of boomers, I read a thing this morning that says Gen Zers don't like America as much as boomers. And that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Years, so I can't answer for them, but I love my country. I don't necessarily love my government, see, because you can't understand history and trust the government. You can't do both of those things. If you understand history, you do not trust your government. Okay?
Yeah. I serve the government. Yeah.
Yes, I work for the government. I know how much it
You see what I'm saying?
We listen. We've all been there. Okay, we've been inside the belly of the beast, and in fairness, we were inside the most efficient part of it, and it was still goat rope. It was still a goat rope.
So much.
9 up, 1 down.
No,
Yeah,
see, back then it used to be a contractor's dream. Okay, anybody who got a military contract could fucking build it, and they do it.
We
It used to be big business. I mean, for the little guy, it's not big business for the little guy anymore. Now all the aerospace companies make all the freaking money.
Well, now there is still good contractor money to be had for individual operators. However, given the fact that our own government that hires those people will throw you under the bus if you step 1 foot out of line, I wouldn't do that job. No. The one I was tempted to do, Pops, was the counter-piracy stuff off Somalia. Right. They were hiring operators to they were hiring any veteran that could shoot.
Get on a boat.
Just ride the boat and show guns, and the pirates would, they'd leave them alone. My buddy would do like 4 of those a year. That was his year. He made enough income to live nicely.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
how do we sign up for this job?
Yeah, and I told him, I said, I want to do one. And he was like, yeah, we'd love to have a doc, an FMF doc. Hey, Fanta, good to see you, my love.
Hey, Fanta.
But then I had some things happen in my personal life where I couldn't go. So
my boy Mateo, he was in my unit with me. And when we got back from Iraq the first time, he got out. He was a private contractor. He was making $280 a year.
Yep, easy money.
Yep, I ran into one of my buddies that I served with in the Air Force, and I ran into him when I was in the Army, and he was a contractor. But boy, that was because not too many people call me, Tanner,
Right.
And I hear, hey, Tanner, is that you? I'm like, what the hell? And I turn around and I see him there, and he's like, it's me. It's Weaver was his name. He says, it's me, it's Weave. And I was like, I know, but what are you doing here?
So, yeah, it's undoubtedly good money. But like I said, particularly with this administration, I wouldn't risk it. They'll throw you under the bus in a heartbeat.
You're the fodder. You're the fodder now. They don't even have to pay you. They just tell you this is what we're going to pay. Throw you in the fire.
Well, that's the worst part about it is that you don't have a chain of command to back you up.
Right. Yeah. Not that my chain of command was particularly good at backing any of us up.
Ours was fantastic. Ours was all the way up to our full bird. Sweet. Above that, nope.
I know what you're saying.
I thank God I had a couple of good sea daddies that would run interference for me, because there were people in the chain of command, in my chain of command, that hated my guts.
I can't imagine why. You're the nicest guy in comics.
I am the nicest guy.
My first day as the training room NCO, right? Tanner will know what that is. I was the training room NCO. First day I took the spot. Command Sergeant Major comes in, tells me, flag this soldier. And I'm like, all right, Command Sergeant Major, what for? And he's like, because I told you to. And I'm like, I can't flag them without a reason. And he's like, the reason is because you were told to do it. And I'm like, Sergeant Major, I can't flag a soldier without putting a reason on the 4187 guy.
Yeah.
So give me a fucking reason. And he's like, and ever since then, he hated my guts.
So I had a Master Sergeant top that had it out for me, and he eventually got a little piece of my ass. But the reason he had it in for me is he wanted so bad to be a drill instructor, but he wasn't a drill instructor. But he got to wear the campaign cover because he was a top. So one day he was doing the 5 mile Mop 4 march in black flag conditions, and I stopped him. I pulled my ambulance right in front of the formation. I got out. I told him, hey, Manny, I said, recruits, take that gear off right the hell now. Drink a whole canteen. And aye, sir. And he come up, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I supersede a fucking general when it comes to enforcing health and safety. And he had it out for me after that. Woo! So anyway, we got to get off the military stuff. We're here. Didn't you see Daddy or a Navy lover defend you, Doc? Oh, sketchbooks here, throwing the insults. What would I do without him? But I was protected just by general orders on that one. As a matter of fact, there was just a recent thing where a recruit died for training during black flag conditions, and heat stroke got him. And we got to get off this topic because we'll talk about military stuff all day. This is a comic book show. This is a comic book show. So it's time, before we dive into the comic book stuff, to do a little thing we like to call got a fresh crop of memes for you here today, boys and girls. Since I wasn't able to get my guest on, I said, you know what? We're going to go scrotum in the wind with the memes today. So we'll start with this one. In no particular order. Oh, look, electric car food. Courtesy of West Virginia and Kentucky and Pennsylvania and Ohio. All the places that, you know, the left hates, and yet those people vote for the left. I've never understood that. Good to see you, Sketch.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The different types of fangs. You got Twilight, Underworld, Dracula, and Circle K after midnight. Or I could have put in Waffle House waitress.
Yeah.
They always put that. They put that. I've seen that meme, but they put it in Wyandotte County, which is like the county in Kansas City where it's like it's the real bad area of town.
Now, this next one I can personally attest to, boys and girls, and maybe you can too. This was car seat safety in the 70s.
Yep.
Yeah.
The car seat safety in the 80s was your mom's arm.
Yeah. Yeah, they discovered that in accidents, children that size would smash their faces on that iron bar or on that aluminum bar. So they just did away with them because car seats were unsafe.
Yep.
Now, this seems to be in the news here lately. The Barbie movie. We're driving off a cliff. Now, I was going to modify this one and just put where Barbie movie is, just put mainstream media. Because it's all.
There's all kinds of crap going on about the Barbie movie.
Yeah, here's my thing. I'm not going to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, me neither.
And brace yourselves, because I don't care.
Yeah.
And then we've got this wonderful heartwarming moment here. Pa, what does politically correct mean? Well, son, It means giving up your own opinions and beliefs in order to please some whiny little crybabies. and that's exactly what it means. Now,
So true.
That is, in fact, look, the Andy Griffith Show was set in and filmed in the very early 60s. You can't tell me that you wouldn't rather live in Mayberry than where we're at today.
Oh God, yeah.
In a heartbeat. But you wouldn't have the internet. You wouldn't have this. I don't care. In a heartbeat, I would go.
I'm waiting for an EFP to like go off.
An EMP.
EMP. Sorry.
Yeah.
Freudian slip there.
Have internet when I was a kid, I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it at all.
Nope. And then I saw this one. And you guys, I laughed harder at this than I should have because it was just classy.
Yes.
I saw. You ever seen?
If you know, you know.
You ever seen those ones where it's got like the family?
Oh yeah.
It's got all the pictures of the family. Well,
Yeah.
I saw one. It had the guy, and then the woman was missing, and it had some children, and then it said position available, and it was blank.
I saw one that was like 5 kids, the mom silhouette, and then a dad running away.
I like the one where it's it's got all the stick figures in there, but then there's a T-Rex saying stick finger family, and it's eating everybody.
Yeah, at first it's all ooh and ah, and then later there's running and screaming and chewing. There should be a law that electric cars can only be charged by wind or solar power. If you're giving up fossil fuel, then give it up. And I agree. I love that Gavin Newsom, genius that he is out in California, he said, we're not going to allow the sale of combustion engines after 2030, I think is the year. And we're going total electric. And in the same week, he said, please don't everybody charge your cars between this hour and this hour because the grid can't handle it. You can't make this stuff up, you guys.
You can't.
Hey, Billy Power Max. Good to see you, buddy.
I always wondered how that would work because there's rolling brownouts in California, and these people think that they can charge their cars.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Come on.
Yeah. Everybody getting home between 5 and 6 p.m. and they're going to want to charge their cars.
That's not the one that worries me. The one that worries me is the blizzard that books up the freeway at 2:00 in the morning, and people are stuck out there, and it's 13 below, and their car battery runs out.
Right.
People are going to die because of this dumb shit. Man.
The thing right here is,
and maybe that's what it's going to take.
I was going to say we're going to have to invoke a little Darwinism here at some point.
Well, but that's just
speaking of
force it on everybody. Then I mean,
they can try. I've got my pickup truck, and I'll have it till I die.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it won't affect us older guys near as much as it was real people like Tanner.
Yeah, I know. But I have faith in Tanner and his ilk to hold the line.
Oh man, yeah.
So
I'm building the moat and everything. Like,
yeah, there you go, buddy. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat and see what's going on in the chat.
That's what they want, Billy. I know. There's nothing new there, man.
Yep. Hey, Zaffo, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Billy, always a pleasure to see you, sir.
No, Billy, you ain't lying.
And then we've got this here. Hunter's plea deal fell apart. Release the UFOs!
It was a stellar week for memes, wasn't it?
The left writes them for us.
Oh man, it was a stellar week for them.
All right, here we go. Moving on. Don't believe everything you read in public toilets. Sharon is not up for a good time. What an awkward phone call that was. Oh my goodness. I always wondered what would happen if you called one of those numbers. I was never brave enough.
I called them all the time. I'd be like, sorry, I read you're ready for a good time. It's like, God damn it, blah, 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 and then hang up. It was actual people's numbers. People got pissed off, and I mean, I guess that was the first version of revenge porn.
Yeah. Now, when I say
all of those,
when I say I'm this old, and I show you this, I'm not lying. This still works. If I had landline service, I could plug it up and use it. And it sat on my desk until I retired in 2018.
You know, a lot of people don't know about those.
Hello?
Is that you can actually
hang up.
Yeah, that, and you can dial by tapping the
receiver.
The receiver cradle.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 9 times, and that's why in movies they always would do that.
Yep.
But people don't understand that why now, because
and if you had an emergency, you didn't dial 911. You tapped that thing 10 times, and the operator would pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Here we go. What?
Tap that thing 10 times. Tap it.
Yeah. Got me an emotional support pet. It's a chicken. It's crispy. And it also came with a biscuit.
Now, I got to comment on this because last night we had shrimp, popcorn shrimp, right? And the little guy, Gabe, he lost it because there's all those little shrimpies and all the people are killing them. We had to explain the difference between a pet and food.
I never had that problem. Because
I mean, he's little, man. He got a little emotional, you know. And it's like,
what I'm saying is, before I even realized I was eating animals, when I had seafood, I immediately got past giving a shit. It's like, I don't care if you're serving me my own dog. This is delicious, and I want more of it.
I remember my grandfather used to run a bar in St. Joseph, Missouri, down by the river. And he would illegally catfish out of the river. And man, that catfish was good as shit, though.
Yeah.
It tastes better because it was illegal.
Yep.
And we'd set up trout lines across the river. You're not supposed to do that. We did 4 or 5, 6 of them things on the trout lines.
Yeah. Now, understand too, in the 70s, if you were poor and you want to go eat cheap, you go to the all-you-can-eat catfish place.
Yep.
And you load up a to-go bag before they caught on to that. And you could eat Hush Puppies rolls and fried catfish all week long, Jack. Speaking of catfish.
Yeah.
No. Man, warn us before you do that. I just seen that Captain Kirk me.
Threw up in my mouth a little bit.
But what a perfect description. If itchy ass had a face.
And Billy says one of the things they have to do is worship ancient aliens and lizard people. Oh, she's a lizard people. She's one of them. She is. She's one of them.
Good times, good times. Now, you know shit's getting serious, though. I absolutely love this freaking cartoon.
I must have been offended by that, calling her a lizard person. I don't know what happened. I just got booted.
You just got booted.
Booted, man.
So look, this tells so many stories in one. We all know the 3 Little Pigs. And apparently, the big bad wolf was watching TV.
Oh yeah, he was, because the Kool-Aid Man's coming through that wall.
Yeah, and he saw what Kool-Aid Man could do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the expression on the little pigs' faces, they're like, uh-oh. A friend of mine posted this one this morning. I like to burn my bridges while I'm still standing on them, so people know I'm serious about my crazy.
Stand there with 2 fingers in there.
Yeah. That's dedication. What in the world? When you voted for Biden and refused to look at what he's doing, there are people that are still defending this idiot. Now, by the way, here's my hot take of the day.
Okay.
Biden hasn't done a thing wrong because Biden only does what whoever is really running the show tells him to do. Because number one, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Number 2, he's senile.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, he doesn't even remember what shoes are.
I mean, really, to be honest with you, ever since Clinton was in office, the DNC runs when the president is a Democrat, and the RNC runs when the president is a Republican.
Except Trump, because the RNC hated him.
Yeah, well, except for Trump.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what they mean by this isn't when they kept saying Trump was unprecedented and all these different things, because it was the RNC didn't have control of it. But
exactly,
that's really how it all runs now. Is the party runs the presidency?
Yeah, here's what's going on. Okay, Obama even said when he was in office, "Yeah, I wouldn't really want a 3rd term. I just like to be chilling at home and call in and kind of control things from behind the scenes." Boys and girls, if you don't think that Obama is calling the chief of staff and telling him what Biden's going to do from day to day, I'm just saying, in Minecraft, this happens.
Let me be real clear. Lizard people.
In this country, guns have more rights than trans people do. I can't cut the barrel off of my gun.
That was mine. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was me.
The last 2 were yours.
I love that. That one was good.
Pops, what is the chat doing?
Everybody's out here, man. Billy Power Max, Dawn's here. She said, "Oh yes, things got real. Oh yes."
Hello, Dawn. Good to see you.
Billy's just chatting about all kinds of stuff, man. Dawn grew up in a farming community. She appreciates the sacrifice for her.
That's right.
Yeah. And if Jaws gets her, well, circle of life.
Yeah.
My other grandson told me today, "I'll never go swimming in the ocean." I was like, "Why not?" He goes, "Man, electric eels and this and that and other." So, dude, live.
Live a little. It's fun.
Just remember, we're at the top of the food chain, boys and girls. So if an animal attacks me, it better kill me, because otherwise I'm going to kill it and eat it.
I've watched River Monsters. We are definitely at the top of the food chain.
Yeah. So this has been another exciting episode of
All right, Doc. So before I get kicked off again, I want to share this little thing that I seen on Twitter a little while ago.
Okay, before you do, though, let me remind you or ask you if you would shoot Rich the link. He wants to come on. I've already sent it to him once, but he just asked in the Madness chat.
You did explain it was a PG-13 show?
I did, but we all know Rich can't read.
Well, we're throwing it open in a minute anyway, right?
Well, usually at the hour mark, but we will throw it open early today.
I mean, let me play this thing real quick.
Play it. It
has to do with our boy RJ.
Yeah, man.
And this is a minute and a half long, so don't freak out, people. All right? Let the man do his thing, yo.
Play it.
Holy crap, RJ. cut this down to about 5 seconds and then get on with the video.
And hello, everybody. RJ Carter here with Critical Blast Logistics, and we have just taken receipt of 1 pallet, 2 pallet, 3,000 pounds of fiendish number 2.
Renee.
We're going to have some fun now. It's about to get fiendish up in this warehouse. So keep a watch for your emails when you get those trackings. We don't have everything yet. So don't jump to the keyboards right now. We've still got to get some copies of number 1. We've still got to get the maps and the wood burns, but those are coming. And as soon as they're here, those kits will go out. In the meantime, we will start packing everything we can for everything we've already got in place. There's no reason to sit on that. If you're just getting book number 2 and the stretch goals that we have, we're going to start packing that up. So watch, it's coming.
Fantastic. Listen,
Blast, yo.
which, Pops, by the way, that's a brilliant segue into one of the topics we were going to discuss, and we were talking about it backstage, is the logistics side of all of this. Now, I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I am not a publisher. I'm not a distributor. I am a smart enough man to know my own limitations, and those are them. So I have a publisher who also does distribution. But I don't think a lot of people realize how important the logistics is in this circle of craziness that we operate in. If you're making a comic book, yes, you want to make the best art and best story that you can. But, buddy, that's not even to the halfway point. Then you've got to fund the thing. And then you've got to fulfill it. And your fulfillment is just as important as the product inside of it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, I told Max backstage, my agreement with Anthony, my publisher, is I'm the first person you're going to fulfill to. You're going to send me one of everything exactly as you're going to send it out to everybody. And I'm going to be okay with the way it arrives, the way it's packed, the way it looks before I green light anything, because that's my name on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to your door, I need it to look the best. And God help us, we got to ship coffee mugs. Those are fragile. I didn't think that one all the way through.
Yeah. I told you there would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the next one's
French.
The next ones are going to be rubber. But so Max does his own fulfillment over at Atrocity.
We do.
Tanner does his own.
Mm-hmm.
Critical Blast is there. Look, if you don't feel comfortable doing your own logistics and your own fulfillment, I cannot recommend Critical Blast enough. RJ
is great.
He's known throughout the community.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, he's known worldwide. The man is going to get your product where it goes,
Yeah.
and he's going to do it well. So this isn't a commercial. RJ doesn't know I'm saying this stuff today. I wasn't paid to say it. He's just that kind of guy. He's one of those freaky, weird people who enjoys the hard stuff, the hard part.
I think he really enjoyed making the spreadsheets and all that special.
He built a
spreadsheets
system.
and stuff. Yeah, I think he really liked building the system.
Yeah.
He built a system that totally simplified it to the point where he can do, like he's about to with Rini, thousands of books.
Yeah.
Get him
I
out.
couldn't even. Could you imagine?
It's like his system
Guys,
is solid, man. His
Could
system
you?
is,
All right.
you know,
First of all, let me say this. I meant to say it as soon as that video stopped. My man was in a corrugated steel storage facility.
Yeah, he just got it.
yep.
If you tried that where I live, as soon as you opened it, walked in, you would just evaporate.
He's in Arkansas.
Mm.
It still gets kind of, you know, pretty
Yeah,
humid.
it does.
Here. He does have, the unit has electric, so he can put his little AC unit in there, shut the door, and chill that place out if he needs to. You know, him and I have been talking about it ever since he got it.
Yeah.
Here in Kansas City.
Are you talking about this one?
Which one? Ring?
sketch.
wait a minute.
He was like, I'm watching at a friend's. Show your book.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Here in Kansas City, we've got underground storage facilities that are in caves, so they're basically climate
naturally
controlled.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get there. Sketch, if you stand by, I'm gonna play the trailer for Ren. I'm gonna play the trailer for.
Oh, you don't need to do that.
Damn Dirty Thing. I'm going to.
We're gonna vote.
But in a minute, not right now.
You don't have to do that. I don't have to do nothing.
That's right. That's right. We do. We want. I had a friend of mine reach out to me. They know I'm a pretty good wordsmith. I'm a good writer. I need to create this, that, and the other. What, it doesn't matter what it is. And what would you charge me? Well, this is a friend that I've known for 30 years. I'm like, I'm not going to charge you anything for that. That's like 2 hours of work for me. Easy peasy. And I just now got the message back that says, well, I'm paying you. And that's the end of the conversation. So come up with a number. So I'm going to send back, all right, $5,000. I mean, you insisted. So
I just send back one. I just be like, send back the number 1.
Mm-hmm. So on the logistics, though, Max, what would you say is the largest number of books that you've shipped out, and how long did it take you? I know you have a system down with you and your partner.
Yep. The most number of books that we've shipped out was 480.
Ooh.
And it took us 2 days.
Of nonstop work?
8 hours a day.
Right on.
We usually come in, we'll start at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and Johnny's shop opens at noon.
Hoorah.
So we start at 4 a.m. and then rock until Johnny's shop opens up, and then we stop for the day, and then the next day we come back in and do it again.
Now see, that's how a Marine would do it. Yep. So Semper Fi, Army puke.
No, I do it way more efficiently.
You hire somebody?
No. I do it myself, but I work for like 5 hours out of the day. So it takes me a week. 2 days? Oh no. Yeah,
I was watching how Anthony does fulfillment. He organizes everything. Then he pays this young girl to come over to his house and just sit in his living room and do that stuff while he gets stoned. So,
hey, more power to him.
But having said that, I've received product from him, and he makes sure everything's done well. If I didn't believe in him, I wouldn't use him. He's a heck of a good publisher. Wow, 32 chats that I haven't even looked at. What in the world are you people babbling about?
All kinds of stuff.
That's
the lizards are running things. We already talked about this.
Yeah, well, I want to see comics, you old Navy fogey. Yep, I'm going to do that here in just a moment. Yes, I have sold art for $5,000. Thank you very much. My paintings sell for thousands of dollars. My comic books do not. When we did the closeout on my Indiegogo, gentlemen, I told my wife she said, what was the final number? So I told her the number, and she said, you can do a painting in an afternoon that'll sell for that much. I'm like, I know.
It's not as fun, though.
I really want to make comic books.
Not as fun, though. Not telling paintings are cool, but it's not telling a story. You can tell a story with a painting, but
you can.
It's not telling a story the same way.
And see, I don't tell stories with my paintings. They're just landscape paintings, but they're impressionism. So I'm capturing that moment in time, that place, that time, that season, that light. Yep. It'll never come again. So it's a one-off. Mm-hmm. And it's popular and it sells well before the world ended. But we don't mention that event. So Pops, if you'll roll DDT and Ren, we'll take a little break. Everybody can go refill their coffee.
Let's see. Can I do that? Do I know how to do that? Hold on.
We have the technology.
What the heck is it? They're
up near the top. Good music. Whiplash. Headbang!
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So I was gonna go get coffee, but I enjoyed those so much I stayed. Tanner, the page where Ren falls into the sea and gets rescued, who did that art? Because it's amazing.
Oh, that's Wagner or Wagner Fernandez.
I mean, that was beautiful work, man.
Yeah.
The camera shots, everything was just perfect stuff. You didn't need a word on that page to tell that story. Just fantastic stuff. Yes, fantastic. Oh my goodness. Sketchbook is throwing me under the bus. Should there be a rule that you should charge for your art for a book more than all right, so let me give a thoughtful reply to those. Sketch, there you go, right there. You can literally find beautiful scenery anywhere. I was driving through the hoodest part of this town, and believe me, there's some hood. There's a drainage ditch with a big concrete embankment on one side and kudzu hanging down over it, and the light was hitting it just right. I carry all my gear when I'm painting in the back of my truck for just such a case. Pulled over, jumped out, painted it.
I was going to say you can definitely always find some kudzu in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, you know how you plant kudzu? You throw it over your shoulder and run.
Yep.
But while I was painting, I had some of the thuggiest, hoodest people come up to me. They're not trying to rob me. They're like, "Damn, man, that's fly. That's great." You know, they loved it. And when I do those spontaneous ones, I use an 11x14. That's the smallest canvas I paint on. So the dude ran it and raved. So I painted another one and I gave it to him. And you know about a happy camper. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff you really live for. You enjoy that stuff.
Heck
But
yeah.
you can find beautiful stuff to look at anywhere. So we've reached that point in the show, boys and girls, where it's time to do a little something we like to call
Greetings and salutations. I'm Tanner Hurley with another great moments in comic history. And today we're going to showcase The Question. 1980, Dennis O'Neil and Dennis Collins, 1980s classic. The reason why I want to talk a little bit about this one is because of the artwork by Dennis Cohen. Very underrated artist. An unsung hero of comics. beautiful covers, beautiful layouts.
Look at him breaking panels.
Breaking panels, I know, right?
In the 80s.
In the 80s. Catching flack from editors, I'm sure. You know, but no, Dennis Cohen went on to found Milestone Comics. And for those of you living under a rock that know nothing about Milestone back in the 90s, Milestone was African American comic book creators that broke away and did their own stuff. Later became an imprint of DC Comics until they subsequently ruined it. You know,
ruined Milestone or ruined DC?
Ruined. The answer is D. All of the above.
Yes, all of the
above. Because Dennis Cohen's artwork is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
yeah.
Look, those are great covers, but just that interior page that you showed a minute ago, like, holy cow, man! Look at the quality of that storytelling, of that rendering, the coloring, everything. And those are flats. Those are flat colors, and they're amazing
for over 50 issues. So I mean, back in the day when an artist would stick to a title, you know, and see it through to the end, you know,
right?
You don't have guys like this no more. You know, but like I said, he did Deathlock, he did Icon for the Milestone characters, which is, you know, kind of like the black equivalent of Superman, I would say.
Yeah. And the question was a Steve Ditko creation.
Yes.
And Ditko, we talked about this before. He was a moral absolutist, and he did not like the fact that characters like Batman would have a circulating rogues gallery.
Well, and that's what I like about the 80s version, because, you know, they're a little bit darker. So you got to be, you know, it's one part Punisher, you know,
right.
Giving the bad guy their just desserts.
Exactly. And that, I was going to say, and that was so in keeping with the spirit of what Ditko intended from Jump Street with that. Yeah. So that's good stuff, man. So this has been another episode of
Tell you what, I'm going to do one on Milestone and show off all their stuff.
That would be awesome. That would be. Look, I want to take this opportunity though to we played mine, we played Tanner's, but let's play this one.
As you can see, it's a lie. Not coming in July because it's August already. But we were waiting on Kickstarter to approve the campaign.
Right.
And
I know how that can be.
It just got approved today.
Did it?
Oh, yeah. While I was sitting here on the show, we got it approved.
Nice. So those of you who don't know, Max is the writer and co-owner of Atrocity Press and / publisher.
Yep.
And the man cranks out some content, and it is always worth the money.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Now I was gonna do.
I'd ask you how you do it, but then you say you wake up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, oh, that's gotta be it.
Now I was gonna say this. I may do a free refill along about Friday. Timothy Olson's book has launched, Melvin 3. And I want to have him on, but unfortunately he's not available when the show's going. So that's why I had no guest today. But I want to have him out, so I'll probably do a free refill along about Friday if you guys want to tune in for that. But I'm also going to show you, our friend Chris Brown sent me a box, and I didn't do an unboxing video. I was too greedy. I couldn't wait, so I ripped into it. And it's basically one of everything. And it's a great looking product, so I want to show that off too. We're family. Some are brothers, some are cousins, some are stepchildren, but we're fam. So we're going to show that hopefully Friday. Excuse me. I'm old. The emphysema is real.
You got what? What did Chris send you? One of everything?
Yeah, he sent me one of everything.
Did he?
A big old box. Uh-oh. Max is about to show something I don't have. Except that. I don't have I don't have that.
Indie Comics Battleground is our battler card game that we're building. We're starting out with the Ninja Bimbos are the first 4 characters, but then there's going to be other indie comic characters that are added to the
I think that's the one he's adding my golem into.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
He asked me to send him a couple of good drawings of the golem in color and to send him the stats on it. Which
that's for Slaughterville.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's for Slaughterville. He wants to put the golem in Slaughterville as one of the bad guys.
Well, but he's not a bad guy. But he is a monster, so
Yeah.
But speaking of which, we were Anthony and I worked late last night, hours of work, and we were editing.
9:30. God damn.
We did a patch panel, and he popped it in digitally, and he added an effect for just kind of shading, right? Underneath it, he had not deleted the image, and when he hid the layer of the new one, the old one under it had this amazing shadow across the face that made the golem look like he was peeking out from behind a tree.
That's awesome.
I said, save that image. That's going in the next book.
Heck yeah. Copy and paste.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I was blown away that one little effect could be. You
gotta love happy accidents, man.
That was exactly what I was about to say. That is a true example of a happy little accident. Summer cousins' wives. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just amazing to me that in the process, this is going to segue over, and it applies to Max's world and Tanner's and mine. When you're making these books, every artist and writer will level up. The more they do, the better it gets. I know that I have personally leveled up several times doing Pariah. Oh, outstanding, Stephen
yeah,
B.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, when you're the artist and you're going back doing the edits on your book, your impulse is, I want to redraw all of it. All of it. I want to redraw all of it because I'm much better now.
But by the time you get done redrawing all of it, you'll be much better again. It's a catch-22.
Yeah, and the book will never come out. So at some point, you just have to go, all right, I'm going in the front yard in my dirty underwear. This is what's happening. It's just going to be a thing.
I learned that when I was 19.
Got the good enough degree.
Yep. And it's not that the art is bad. It's not. It's pretty good art. But it's like, every artist does this. You look at your stuff and go, man, I'm so much better now.
Oh, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
I would have changed this. I would have done
Yeah.
that. Would have, should have, could have, all day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. Artists do that to themselves. Writers do it to themselves. Why did I say that? That is the corniest line I've ever written. Oh my God. It happens. It happens. So that's a word of encouragement to every creator out there. Just keep getting better. Keep leveling up. You'll be all right. Trust the process. So I guess Rich didn't want to come out.
Oh. No, I just now dropped the link.
Oh. He didn't even. Oh my, Rich. He's not even here, and I'm already doing Rich.
Last I talked to him this morning about it was 6 a.m. for me. He was out with a lady friend. So
yeah, yep. Hey, Joe, if you're still watching, and I know you are, buddy, get us a new trailer. We need to see some new stuff. I love Abo Grizzly.
Absolutely.
I love this stuff, and I want to see more of it.
Yeah.
Oh, what did that say, Pops? I didn't see it.
That said Don's mom. Happy birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday to Don's mom.
Birthday.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you sing that.
Yeah, not going to happen.
I'll tell you who else's birthday it is today, and that's our boy Luke Aguilera, the death metal hero.
I have no idea who that is, but rock on.
Yeah, you know
absolutely.
Luke. You know Luke. He's partnered up with Unhinged and
oh yeah. Yes. Look, through Pops on a whirlwind tour through the universe, I have met so many creators, and I've liked all of them.
So many.
But trying to remember them all
is impossible.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
Even for me, dude. Even for me. Look.
I gotta call out 10 different names before I get my wife's name right.
I'm really good at remembering people's faces. Like, I know that guy, but when it comes to knowing his name, I can't help you.
Like last night, we had Nicholas Mueller was on the Ginge and Pedro show. Okay, he puts out about 4 books a year, 4 different titles, 1 book from each title a year, right? And I hadn't talked to Nicholas since Demon Hunter Raven #1, like 3.5 years ago. And he showed up on Pedro's show last night, and he's just been doing, and he's still in the madness. People just forget that that's what that group is for, is to drop your links over there, you know? So, you know, you'll probably see more Demon Hunter Raven stuff popping up in the madness again. Because sometimes you forget about these people.
I'll be back in 5.
All right,
I gotta go. All
right, buddy. Pops, go ahead and drop the link. And I know Stephen B wants to come out.
That link? I already did that, dude.
Oh, look at you. Stephen B, the link is dropped. Sketch, if you want to come out and BS for a while, you come on. This is the part of the show that we just throw it wide open. Come on in and hang out.
I always get it right.
Come out.
On the ball. Well, you know, I don't know if we were live when we said it, but you and I think we have the same instincts about stuff. So Pops and I have to decide ahead of time who's clicking on shit, because we'll click stuff at the same time.
One of us will highlight it, the other one will take it down, because we're both trying to highlight it at the same time.
Yep.
Steve B.
There he is. Bring him on out here.
Echo.
What's up?
YouTube.
Better?
Much better.
How you doing, Steven? Get on camera. You know my rule. Can't hide behind your avatar.
Why are you doing so good?
While you're doing that, let's play a little thing here.
there you go.
Too cool for school, boys and girls.
Smooth styling.
Well, the reason I'm wearing this is because I have a bit of a tanning line. because I wear sunglasses all the time, and it's gotten to the point where I developed a bit of a tan line, and now my dad calls me a raccoon.
Yeah. So, by the way, Stephen B. Elvis called. He wants his glasses back.
You can't have them.
Hello, Dawn, my love.
Hey,
welcome.
Dawn.
Thanks for the shout out for my mama.
Oh, you're welcome. Be sure you drop some links for Michaela.
Working on it.
Who's our Cindy Koepp is our other writer. We got to have Cindy back on here before long. I love Cindy. Cindy is awesome. We're going to have her as a guest, Tanner, here pretty soon.
Okay.
She is an awesome human being. She's got a great sense of humor. She's fun to talk to. You got to get her warm.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, she's always got something cool going. Always.
Hell, Carrie.
Stephen B., however, is not just the best looking guy in comics next to Tanner. Hey, Carrie, good to see you, my love. Welcome.
Oh, I don't
always.
carry a torch to Stephen B.
But Stephen B. may be the hardest working man in comics. I'm just saying.
That's
so,
hard
Stephen,
to be.
what were you saying about the shirts?
I have some shirts that me and everyone who's gonna be at my booth. We're just gonna have my my logo and the brand name under it.
Hell
okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, are you expecting those here in the next little bit? We'd
Yeah,
love to see an unboxing. We would love to see an unboxing.
It all depends, if I can get them here in time. I also gotta go to the dentist too.
Okay. Well, if not, I'm sure you'll go live and do an unboxing, won't you?
I probably will do an unboxing because I'll be too excited to just rip the box open.
I can't fault you for that because I'm the same way, man. I
can hold on to stuff for days and do an unboxing, man.
I don't have that self-discipline, Pops. I'm just saying.
I can do it.
I'm ripping into it, whatever it is. Like, Dawn said she's going to send me one of everything from Michaela. I can't wait to get it. And wait, was I wrong? Was I wrong, Dawn?
She said I did. Dawn's like, I don't have one of everything from Michaela. What are you talking about?
I don't remember that conversation.
Yeah, she did the math. It didn't add. It didn't add up. It didn't add up.
I almost had to get my toes out for that. Even.
She's trying to count how many people she did say she'd get more for. She's like, he wasn't on that list.
Yeah, it's zero. I've got a.
I don't like those choices.
Now I've got some super backers on my campaign that I'm doing a little something extra for, and I was trying to. One in particular was really clutch. Came in with a huge backing in the last 72 hours. I'm like, yeah, okay, this person's getting a painting. All right, my paintings sell for thousands. You're getting something extra. So
hell yeah.
I'm going to come through on that because I was just so flattered that the person believed in the campaign enough to go, yeah, we're going to get this thing across the finish line. And thank God for it because I was about to have a panic attack. Just saying. So Stephen B's book, Crips and Legends 1 and 2, catch up. Live on Fund My Comic right now. Great looking book, great storyteller. Stephen is one of the best visual storytellers I've ever seen. His panel layouts are amazing. His art is great, and it gets better every day. You can't draw as much as he does and not get better every time you draw. Stephen, this is the part where you have to deflate your head just a little bit because I'm trying to.
I'm listening.
He's just taking it all in,
And I'm looking forward to backing it myself and getting mine. I may want to get it. I may want to get a lot of merch from you, Stephen. That's what I'm saying. Like I need a Bold Cat hat.
Yeah, I'm still working on the hats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a company that will. I'm trying to find something specific because all I was able to find was the hats that don't have the snapbacks, but instead had the thing with the buckle.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like this one.
Yeah, or just Velcro.
Steven, I know I've said this before, but reach out to my guy, Anthony Romano, Dark Gift Comics. You know him.
Mm-hmm.
He's had hats made for campaigns. Reach out to him. And reach out to RJ. He's had hats made also.
Network, man. Network. You got to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. But I did find the mugs.
Oh,
Did
good. Good.
RJ's hat's very nice. That's
No.
a patch.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna have to
Patch
order a certain amount of those. Either work on them here, or send them over to Doc's friend.
Okay. And if they're black, you're going to have to get with me because apparently sublimation doesn't work on black mugs unless you put a white negative under it and then print onto it. I didn't know this. So I reached out to my girl and she said, well, no, she said, no, I can't do this technique on a black mug. I'm like, that's all I sold on my campaign was black mugs. So, my son used to work at the supply place for the sublimation supplies and sign company, whatever. He was the boss. So I called him and he goes, yeah, Dad, you can do it. Here's what you got to do. Blah, 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 blah. And Anthony was on the call.
Didn't want to work.
Yeah, well, Anthony was on the call. Thank God, because he understood all that jibber jabber because I didn't understand any of it. And he said, yeah, I can do that. I can make the negatives. I'm like, oh, thank God. So if they're black mugs, just know
They are black mugs, but they're red inside.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, thank you out there to Christian right now, dropping everybody's links. Don dropping everybody's links.
Yeah.
Do that, everybody.
Yeah.
Do that.
Always welcome to drop links on my show for sure. And I know that
for dropping Michaela's link twice. I love it.
yes, and that's what the network's all about. So if you're watching on my channel, go over to the Madness Comic Network, give a thumbs up over there, maybe a subscription, and vice versa. If you're watching on the Madness Comic Network, come over to Doc Blalock on YouTube. I'm the only Doc Blalock on YouTube.
Yep.
And throw a thumbs up, maybe subscribe for the wonderful content that we tirelessly work to bring you. Translation, panic, and scramble at the last minute to put a show together. We just happen to be good at ad-libbing.
I have never once come into the backstage before Doc's show and seen anybody panicking about what we're going to do today. Not never one time.
Well, this is actually the thing. I got asked about that not long ago.
What's up, RJ? What's
RJ?
happening? We've been
Hey,
talking
RJ,
about
my
this,
brother.
bro.
We were just singing your praises. I got asked about broadcasting and this. Look, doing group therapy as a therapist is like being on stage 4 hours a day, every day of your life. You get good at talking and ad-libbing because you gotta think fast. You gotta think on your feet. And so, yeah, it's not hard, but I do remember this. I wanted to DJ at a radio station way back when I was in college, and they had a position open, and I thought, and it wasn't even music I like, Pops. It was country music.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I was going to have a segment that I wanted to call Music I Hate and just play country music and get the haters' attention. For some reason, they didn't want that. But okay, buddy. They listened to my demo reel and they said, would you be interested in doing commercials? For local car dealership, pawn shop, that kind of. So I did. And it turns out it actually paid better to do that than it did to be a DJ.
That's how I ended up getting into radio, was because my buddy was production manager at Z-Rock.
Right.
And they were making him look. He made commercials. That's what he did.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
But they wanted him because he always came in on Saturday, which was the day nobody was there, so he could actually get work done in the production booth. Right. They were like, we want you to do a 4-hour show since you're here on Saturdays anyway. So that's where I came in.
Right.
He would stay in that booth and get his work done, and I'd pull his music and answer his phones and do everything that the
Yeah.
DJ does, right? Except he'd pop in every now and then, and he was the personality.
He was the voice. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they called me, look, this is way back in the day, okay, when Mountain Bell and Pacific Bell and
Southern
that
Bell
was the phone company, okay? That was the only phone company.
The phone cops.
They called me Pa Bell. Pa Bell on the phones. That was what they called me on the radio station. It was great. I loved it, man. You know.
That's awesome.
I met everybody that was anybody in rock and roll during the time. It was, you know.
I didn't get to meet anybody.
Oh, I blast.
It was a little local nothing station. I think we had
man.
I think I have more viewers right now on my YouTube than we have listeners. But
This is the first time I've dropped. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, you go ahead.
I dropped the link to BKM Brian Morris to his newsletter. He's actually who I was hanging around with the other day at the Comic-Con when I did the walking around. So I thought, I might as well get some little bit of, so you guys know who that was. If you don't know BKM, that's how you find BKM.
All right.
I call him DeFez, and Santa Stein is a graphic novel type comic book. It's hilarious.
It's an actual book. There's no pictures in it.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
that one's a book. He's got another one. What is it called? The comic one. I can't even remember it now. I used to play all his ads back in the day. I don't even know if I have them anymore. Tell him I need updated ads. Would you do that?
Yeah, we'll get right on that. Joe's been wanting him to get stuff updated for Indie CD for a year.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And the more the merrier. I love to see the chat just filling up with those links. I love to have people on to talk about their stuff. I don't do a shill stream per se. I like to really just get to know the creators more than I like to know their product. But we absolutely shill. It's a comic book show. Come on.
Well, we absolutely want you to be able to find all the cool stuff that everybody in the network is doing, right?
Exactly.
I mean, so that's the whole purpose of building a network.
Yeah, no, because look, we want to show you things people want to see, not stuff like this.
And I totally get the stuff that I share is not really comic, but it's still in that realm of creative.
As long as it's by a creative, I don't care what it is.
But see,
almost within
authors,
reason.
I look, I'm a story guy. You got to remember that. I'm a story guy. So writers, whether it's comic book writers or authors, to me, that's a legitimate freaking talent because I love good stories.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Definitely.
I mean, BKM. Now I know he has one comic. I can't remember which one is it. One of them's actual comic book, but he has a few good books. And I mean, he's always up and doing something. He's the guy who runs the Never Mind the Furthermore. Although Nick Tockett does the show now most of the time, that was BKM. That was DeFez. That was his stuff.
And now he's doing Monday mornings. He does what's called No Warning.
Yeah.
So
no warning.
Because he doesn't know if he's going to be on or not. So there's no warning if his show's going to be. So, but if it is, it's on at 8 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah, Sketch. I was actually gonna. I was waiting to ask you if I could show it.
And
So
there you
I'm
go.
going to do that right now.
Hold up, Doc. Is that an exclusive? Is that new?
Sure.
Never been seen before?
Never been
Come
seen
back.
before. Welcome back, Steve.
Go ahead, Doc.
That was
Add it.
nice.
If you'll add it to the stream, Pop.
It's sideways, Doc.
There's nothing I can do about that. This is Sketch's rendition of a cover for Canadian Shield in
You
progress.
have to look, everybody, do it with me.
Yeah, but the sad part is I'm the other way, so it looks like I'm looking at it really upside down now.
All right.
So this is Sketch's work, and I appreciate you sharing it, buddy. I was waiting for a break in the show to ask you if I could. So I'm glad you gave me the go ahead for that. It's looking great.
Cool.
Looking good.
No. Oh, see, we both hitting buttons, and then one of us.
I didn't touch anything. Nothing.
I only hit remove once.
All I did was hit stop sharing. That's all I did.
See, you hit stop sharing and I hit remove.
Yeah, and it caused a rift in the space-time continuum.
It grabbed Tanner. See?
Yeah, these things happen. Why did you throw Tanner around like that? What did he ever do to you?
Well, let me think.
By the way, before I forget, if you sign up, somebody drop the link for a damn dirty thing from Dark Gift Comics, if you don't mind, because if you sign up to the mailing list and you back the book, you're going to get an exclusive trading card from Tanner Hurley of Jake Bishop, Supernatural Private Investigator. And it's badass. I've seen it. It looks great. It's in Tanner's wonderful style. I can't wait. I want one. Yes, and Critical Blast is indeed our own RJ Carter. Is officially a comic book writer. Out of Obscurity. Now,
welcome to the club.
You have a story in an anthology. Is that correct? Out of Obscurity is an anthology. RJ?
Is this thing on?
Hello? Hello? Get out that tree. You're naked.
I'm not getting your thing on Fund My Comic, dude. You're gonna have to give me the link. I'm not getting.
His story is called "The Clock Strikes" inside the book on Fund My Comic, Out of Obscurity. I'll post it, buddy. No problem at all. It's not on Fund My Comic yet. It's over at Dark Gift.
Okay.
That's why I don't have that link. See?
Hell, I don't have it. I got to go looking for it. What are you talking about?
Get them sign up pages up. Got to. I don't know if Manticore's still watching or not, though. Manny, if you're still watching, let me know what night, what morning, what middle of the night you want to do your show.
I've been turning that on and just letting it peacefully play while I doze.
Well, last week you didn't have no sound.
I know, and I've enjoyed.
Like, what happened?
I was just letting Manny know I've enjoyed every minute of it, man. It's a bizarre game he's playing, but you know,
Jurassic World or some weird.
Yeah, he's a dinosaur running around hunting and eating
other dinosaurs. Yeah, it's cool.
All right, there you go. That's the link for A Damn Dirty Thing over on darkgiftcomics.com. All right, Sketch. Good to have you. Yeah, Manny, you keep up the good work. I'm enjoying your streams. I'm a watcher. I'm a subscriber. I'm whatever the hell we call ourselves. I'm a viewer. A consumer. Whatever. Who cares?
Stalker. Oh wait. Never mind.
Yes, I'm a stalker. That's. I'm too old to be a stalker. I don't have the energy for it. Like,
look,
you know,
all the Walmart people in the middle of the night watch Manticore stream.
This
is what you guys do, okay? When you go to Walmart, you go to a Fry's Electronics, you go any place where you're allowed to browse certain things on the internet, you pull up one of the network shows on the computer and you walk away.
Now, you said something about tomato pops, and I
That's
just
a good idea.
I couldn't help it. So I found this tomato at Whole Foods, and then I found this tomato at
Walmart.
Very carefully.
You thought the memes were over, boys and girls. You was wrong.
Surprise.
You
Read
was
very
wrong.
carefully.
Segue into anything. You just watch. You can do it.
All right, so it's about that time, boys and girls. We're going to wrap this one up, put it in the history books. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Max Devill from Atrocity Press, Pops, Stephen B., my co-host Tanner Hurley. Always a pleasure, sir. The lovely Dawn. Always a pleasure to have you. Chat, without you guys, there's no reason to do this. So thank you for being here. Be sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the little bell, do all the dingly-do down there. And we appreciate you. Pops, play us out of here.
Madness Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abbo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
The Civil War was America's bloodiest conflict. Over 500,000 died to preserve national unity. When the war ended, Confederates like Harley Brogdon headed west, shooting games in the Army and gambling. When a card game turns deadly, Harley shoots in self-defense, killing the card sharp who threw down first. Wilfred Knorr, the card sharp's wealthy father, will stop at nothing to see Harley hang. Harley flees to Cobb's Gap, an old silver mining town at the foot of the Rockies. A remarkably peaceful town, especially after dark. But the sheriff harbors a dark secret, and no one dares go into the mines anymore. Cobb's Gap is full of secrets. People speak in hushed tones of something in the mine. Something worse than their cursed sheriff. Something even the Indians fear from the deepest pits of hell. Every secret will be exposed. Bronze Star. Order your copy at bronzestarcomic.com.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the... There was the brakes on this bus. I forgot
Jazz
how to do it.
hands. Jazz hands into